Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Poverty Island. My name is Colby, and since last episode I've been working on the farm, and I wanted to show you guys what I've done. So over here we have the farms as before. I have dug down a little extra here. I plan on removing these two blocks, and these three blocks here, and making an additional drop. So that way, if we are pressed against this wall, we can fall all the way down to the farms, and if we're against this wall, we can stop right here and go outside if we want. So for now, this is just a ladder. It's going to drop down. I'm always too afraid to get any farther. I've chosen a spot, obviously. These were some of the mines that I started in the game with. These are just regular generated mines. This, however, was all solid blocks, so there was no cave systems in this area you see here. I mined all of this by hand. Do not have any TNT yet, so definitely by hand. The lighting and the chunks of dirt and gravel on the walls will all eventually be polished up and fixed with either smooth stone, cobblestone, or stone bricks, as per design. Whatever I choose when I go with this, and I might do some kind of wool on the top once we get a sheep farm going to kind of have a design. I'm thinking since it's farms, they're probably going to do a sky. It's a little cliche, but that might be kind of cool. So over here, I'll take you through real quick actually. So this is my setup. So I have a staircase here, and that has two branches, and then there's, can't really see it from here because of just the rugged roughness of how I have everything set up right now. But there's another pathway there that leads to two different staircases. One goes up here, the other one goes beyond that. So that is going to be a slime collector. If you watch my old Let's Play, I had an area in my centralized wherever I did stuff, and that collected slime balls from a slime chunk that was about 150 yards away, or meters, or blocks away. This one, I have two slime chunks that are actually really close to here, and I have them, I showed it a little bit in my last episode. They're already cut out and everything, and slime's already spawned there, so I have to make adjustments to that, obviously, to get them to come up here and collect their slime balls, but that's where that's going to collect. Over here I want to do mushrooms, so it's going to be pretty simple because there's not like a whole lot of practical uses for mushrooms, but having a farm, might as well have everything, right? So that's going to be mushrooms. When we eventually go to the nether, I'm going to deck this out with some nether brick, just because it kind of fits with the dark theme. Let's go upstairs real quick before we head over to the sugarcane farm. To the left is where I'm going to be holding my automated melon and pumpkin farms. These are vertical, so I can fit them side by side, and I'm going to have one button for pumpkins, one button for melons, instead of just a universal button, just in case I don't want one or the other. So we've got options, and since it is vertical and it can go back even farther, we can expand upon it, but going from 29 to 60, we have more than enough room to have a bajillion pumpkins and melons. We'll never use that much. So over here we have a cactus farm. Well, we don't have anything over here, but I plan on having a cactus farm here, and it's not going to be too big because there's not a whole lot of uses for cacti. I'm going to deck that out with sandstone. That one is going to be just the stone pattern that I'm going to have in the rest of this place. This is going to be a tree farm up here. It's gonna be kind of tough on how I want to do this because over there I want wheat. So what I might have is I'm gonna have to set up some kind of system going vertically, and maybe a little bit that way and a little bit that way, because we can't have it interfering with our cacti farm, and we don't want it interfering with the melon and pumpkin farm. So this one's gonna be maybe small, and what I might do, I'll look into how difficult it is to create, but JL2579 and that server that they run, they have a really cool automated grower. So if you've got bone meal and saplings, you can just pretty much spam the 2, and it knocks out all the branches, gets you new saplings and apples and everything like that, and just pushes all the logs in one place for your convenience. So that might be something I'll do instead of just a old-fashioned farm. So I'll look into that and see how hard it is. Wheat is going to be huge, just like my sugarcane farm is, because that's another thing that you can get emeralds off of, and it's pretty easy to get emeralds off of. It needs, I think, 17 to 23. I'm just kind of throwing numbers out there, but it's around that range for how much wheat you need per emerald. So I'm going to have a huge automated, well, semi-automated, since you have to replant wheat, farm here. And now let's go to our sugarcane farm. So this I've already started, obviously. I've already got a design I want for it. So this is all set in stone, no pun intended, of what I want to do here and what I've already done. So I cleared this out. Oh yes, and this is another natural. That's the only natural openings I've seen so far. So this is going to be, it's 30 wide. That's what it is already, and I'm going to have 60 long. So the reason for the 30 wide, 60 long, it's kind of arbitrary, but it gets the most out of the. It's pretty picky as far as it goes, because it's just an even number that is divisible by 3. Is really all that is. I can do any number divisible by 3 and it'd be fine, but I'm just picking 30, 60. And I'm going to have 2, maybe even 3 layers of it eventually, depending on if that's necessary. I don't know how much they're going to change villager trading, but we have enough room for 3 layers, like how it is now. So I'll work on that, of course, and I'm probably going to leave it as is for now. I may expand upon it a little bit as I work on polishing up the farms, but these stone are going to be replaced with sandstone, and the ceiling, I already looked into it, and I want sandstone and glowstone. So the glowstone is obviously for light. What we have now is jack-lanterns, because I have an excess amount of those, and they give a good light level, and they're not torches, so they can be in water. Those give off enough light to light up the whole place, and the lily pads are for walking around. Those have been handy ever since lily pads came out. Pretty much for that reason. I mean, of course, you could make bridges and stuff, but that's a very good use for lily pads, is being able to run through this whole place. You don't move up and down like half slabs do, and the water is still there, so that's good. Anyway, off track here. So it's gonna be glowstone because once this is 3060, there's gonna be a shit ton of paper being generated from this farm, and that's a lot of emeralds, which means we can get a lot of glowstone that way. So that's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna be doing. It's gonna be glowstone every other spot, just like the pumpkins are, and then on the next layer it's gonna be just like you see here, except without pumpkins, but they're gonna be glowstone. Anyway, I'm rambling, and I'm kind of out of stuff to show you since this took a long time. So I'm gonna be meeting you back here once I've done some polishing up on this place, and yeah. And we're back, and we've made some progress. As you can see, I've cleaned it up a little bit, the staircase that is, and it gives it's a little bit more open than it was before, and it's definitely cleaner. So now we can just walk on up, and then this will be for trees. I haven't actually looked that up yet to see what I'm going to do with that. There's wheat. I don't think I'll start that quite yet either. I think the first thing I'll start is actually the watermelons and pumpkins, because I actually use them, the pumpkins that is. I've just got to decide. Actually, I probably should decide on the tree thing first, because that might influence what I do over there. If I want to maybe have a little entrance here, going a couple blocks, and then maybe start the building here, all the redstone and whatnot, instead of starting it right here. Because if I start it right here, that really limits what I can do for the tree farm, as that means I can only come up to about here with mechanics. And it also means I probably can't come over very far this way because of the cactus. Although I don't know if I'm gonna need a whole lot of space for cacti. This might be more of a horizontal farm, because I know I don't need a lot of space for mushrooms. So the seven spots or so between this and that, it's probably more than enough for mushrooms if I do another horizontal farm here. Slimes obviously is not an issue, so it's just really down to this and the tree farm, because obviously the wheat farm is going to be off in that direction and it's not an issue. So alright, I'm going to look up that tree farm and I'll get back to you and let you know my decision. Maybe we can get to work. Alright, I reviewed the video and did that while sitting in my mob grinder. Grabbed myself a nice helmet. Beautiful helmet. Beautiful boots. And top. So also I grabbed a new pickaxe. So I've got another one of these. I'll keep this one for any crappy enchants we get. I actually got a Fortune 2, only Fortune 2 enchant a while back, and that's how I made this pickaxe actually. Anyway, I reviewed it. The dimensions of the thing are actually 21 by 20 by 21. So that's X, Z, and then Y for the last one there. Not like it really matters. So I looked into this, and this is not going to work. Pretty much no matter what I do, I would have to do all sorts of crazy stuff this way if I wanted to make that work. So instead of that, I'm just going to flip-flop the wheat farm and the tree farm. It's not that hard, considering the wheat farm is going to be vertical a little bit, and it doesn't need to be too far depth-wise. So it was an okay switch, pretty easy. I had to fool around with the entrance of it because of just how the tree farm is set up on the inside, and I'm gonna dig away the 21 by 20 by 21. It's gonna be a little while, but I want to do it even though I don't have the materials required to make this thing. I want to get it all dug out. That way, when I do have the materials, I can go ahead and do it. Since I'm going to be doing a lot of building with wood and things, so it's not necessary, of course. Nothing really is in Minecraft, but it's super convenient. I don't know. It doesn't really look that amazing as far as aesthetically pleasing, which is another good reason why it's up in the corner here. But yeah, I think I want to do it. I think it'll be fun. Let's see. I'm just kind of digging around randomly here. Let's check our coordinates and see how high up we need to go. Obviously 21. So we're at 36. We need to be at 57. Pretty sure we're at, I don't know, I would say 45. Oh, okay. Even higher. Oh, great. Ocean. Suck. Well, I guess it makes my digging a little less, but let's see. Let's get a little spot here and dig up. Come on. Rain on me. What? Didn't expect that at all. Let's go investigate. Oh, I wonder if this is... Yes, it is. Neato. This is the beach area I cleared earlier to get my sandstone. Huh. Well, that's pretty freaking convenient, I would say. So there's a little bit of water there. That's okay. That's alright. That's not too bad. especially with my respiration helmet, I can actually live underwater. So that's pretty cool. It doesn't do damage fast enough to actually hurt. Oh, what the hell am I doing? I'm trying to pick stuff up here. It doesn't actually do damage fast enough to hurt us. So we can spend as much time underwater as we want. Optifine. Sorry, let me turn that off. I love being able to see underwater. It looks so cool. Look at all those squid. I want to kill them, but I don't. Anywho. So, there we go. That'll be fun. I'll get digging this out probably in a little bit, actually. I don't want to do that right this very moment. Instead, what I will do, show you guys something. Where I want to be building. And actually what I want to do, because I kind of want to go to the nether if we're going to get glowstone. It's not super necessity, but since I don't have villagers, oh, that's the tunnel I dug. Since I don't have villagers either, really, I kind of want a way to get glowstone, because you actually need a crap ton of glowstone for that tree farm. It's an automated tree farm that, Jesus, what the hell? That uses sap. Oop, oh, jeez. Okay. That uses saplings and bone meal, and you just kind of spam the two, and it collects all the saplings and apples if you're using regular trees. Brings them to right back to you, so you don't really waste anything. And it also makes it so all the logs go in just a solid cube, basically, that you can just dig out. Well, chop down, chop out. Yeah, I'll probably be using enchanted shovels just to save on diamond when I do that. I love this view. This is so cool. Especially once I start building stuff and making cool things that you can see from far away. Kind of like that. That's kind of neat. Even though I just dug out a bunch of sand, it's cool to look at. And obviously that tree, I fucking love that tree. So cool. I'm just gonna quit petting my ego real quick and tell you what I was gonna do. So, because that's a mountain, well, that would be nothing at the moment, but because I'm gonna build a mountain there, the reactor, and then I'm gonna be building a mountain up into this, what I want to do coming off of here is a branch going down, spiraling that way, kind of into the mountain, or eventually mountain, and I want to build nether portal there. The reason I want to do that there, one, to keep it up high, so I don't have to always go underground for that. Two, zombie pigmen spawn out of portals now, and I kind of want it. I want to put it somewhere that they're not going to roam free and get around in my world and mess things up. And just inside of a mountain sounds like a cool idea for another portal. And I can always move that back if I ever needed to, so that's not an issue. And then also it's going to go branching up, like I said before, for my bedroom and all that crap. Alright, I'm getting tired. I'm just going to go to bed, and I'll work on clearing out that 21. Oops, I missed. Let's see if I can make it up. Okay. I'll work on clearing out that 21 by 20 by 21 area, and I think that's probably where I'll start recording the next episode. Until then, guys, adios.